Yes guys, this week I'm going to be doing some in-person mentorship sessions with my students. Trading Camp Hell Week just finished. I'll put a poster somewhere up here. And yeah, after Trading Camp Hell Week, I felt like I needed to see my students in real life to make sure they understand everything clearly. And for those who need further support, they can see me face to face, because some people learn differently. Now, this is not all the time, obviously, because I have a lot of students, but whenever I can, as an act of goodwill, I do these for free. I pay for these places myself. And yeah, I let my students come and see me in person and actually connect with their mentor. Not like these guys online where, you know, they sell you pre-recorded videos and that's it. We actually take care of our community. Let's go. Yes guys, welcome to in-person mentorship, in-person trading. It's going off right now. Vibes, sharing trade ideas, entering trades. Yeah, we had a few good setups today, and let's show you guys more of the in-person camp. Which one was from the boot camp?
All this, what I'm showing you now, all of these.
And how much did you catch?
That's 11 now.
Yeah. And what's the total on all of this?
20, 21,
20R, 21R, plus what?
8.
Plus 8R, plus 26R, plus 15R, plus 17R, plus 13.9R. You are mocking it. Plus 6R, plus 11R.
And then
what else?
the last one.
And then?
Yeah, the last one, USD cash.
To make it straight, just tap a shift.
Plus 23R,
Tap it once.
plus 20R. How much did you catch this week?
Last week?
Last week?
I was doing it on a personal live account.
Personal live account?
Yeah. I did
Here you take the entry. Here is the best.
1 to 90.
1 to 90.
Yeah, this is it.
This guy's an animal.
1 to 90. But that's all from the boot camp,
From
man.
the inbound.
All from the boot camp?
All from the boot camp.
Crazy.
All from the boot camp.
It lines up. When
Here got breached. It was liquidity sweep here, liquidity sweep here. Initially, I wanted to sell it back down from here, and I marked it out, but it just didn't hit my zone, so I wasn't able to catch that move on its own. But when I saw that the move after that took out this high and this high, I thought, okay, cool. Now we're making a new lower low. Let me see if I can find a new lower high. So before that, the last move that broke the structure was around here. So I marked out the extreme zone and the decision zone. I didn't quite like the decision zone because there was a bit of mitigation going on. So I wrote down the extreme zone. Then I went on the 1 hour, the 1 minute from there. And I was just waiting for price to come in and show me structure. So I got a sweep here. I wanted to see if that high maintains. I didn't get a break, a body close below that low yet, so I'm still waiting.
Complex pullback that we spoke about in the Zoom call into this zone right here that takes out all the liquidity to now make the new leg to the downside. That's what happened. And it maintained bearish order flow right there.
We're just making lower lows and lower highs. And then even this buy from here. I saw that this buy here, because it's a 1 minute entry, the stop loss was still quite decent, and then the shot from there.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, that's
Amazing.
And then that's it.
Yeah.
Is it premium, right? It's one.
TP.
Yeah, that's TP, yeah.
I think that was like 115-ish.
That was a 120.
Basically, you see how like when it just broke through that supply, and you said that it doesn't invalidate it.
Yeah.
So does that mean that? So what you're saying is that if you got the supply here and it just goes straight through, it doesn't invalidate. But if it gets some sort of reaction, that's when you.
So invalidation zone, if there's a supply before it comes to a demand, or
Yeah.
vice versa.
Yeah.
It didn't respect it.
It
just went straight through it.
It became a reaction of
Yeah.
it before you actually come to the demands, and then
Can I ask you about the
Yeah.
previous trade, bro?
Yeah, you go for it.
You know, like I need to exit now.
You have to understand the whole reason behind not holding through Asia is obviously number one. You understand Asia range is the build-up of liquidity that's going to get taken out eventually. But imagine you've entered now London session on a Monday, but your TP is like maybe 110 pips away. In that scenario there, if you're on your personal account, you can afford to hold until price gets to your TP on your personal account. On a prop firm account, the reason why you can't do that majority of the time is because if you're risking a good enough amount within correct risk management and you get daily drawdown, your equity drawdown, say for example now you enter the trade today, you're up 8R London session, you're up 15R New York session. Price hits Asian session, retraces 10R.
Yeah.
You've lost your account.
Spreads are nuts that time as well.
You know what I mean?
Spreads and the swap.
Jeez, bro.
Or the cells.
Yeah, I caught it. Well,
The same one analyzed.
Yeah, I caught it live.
Same analysis.
Same everything.
The whole point. So like, even just to
Listen to this, yeah? Basically, this was after my Forex fund shut down.
Yeah, okay,
So I had a
yeah.
5k withdrawal pending on a 100k account.
Yeah.
That basically catching 10 out, 10 out, 10
Yeah.
out. So I thought, I was like, guy.
It's happened to me loads.
I bought a new account.
So you don't take
And then what happened?
I was down 9.5% in 5 days.
That because
Mental.
you want this.
Because,
Yeah.
you know what
Price
happens.
entity.
Yeah. Man said, coach. Man said, you know what happened, didn't it? Yeah.
Things of consideration.
I had 500 left, but I didn't trade on it.
Yeah.
I bought a new account.
Yeah.
I see that car, I was like, let me see what I can do.
Tight stops as well.
Yeah, when you
That's a
I
very
saw
good
it.
setup, though, to be fair.
I saw it. I was like, you taking it? He said, nah. Then the freeze drove.
I took the one. You know when he said right below it?
Yeah.
I took that one. I was like, no way, that's my
You need help with anything, bro?
I want to ask you a quick question.
Yeah.
You know the trade you went over yesterday?
Yeah.
You went over in day 5 as well?
Yeah.
Which one was it?
Easy come back. GPUSD.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was GU on the 1 minute just before news. So check the 1 minute. For 1 minute. It was that wick that tapped into that 1 minute extreme right there.
Okay, so go from here. So I understood like, okay, there's consolidation,
Yep.
Asian high swept, there's liquidity, there's an expansion goes up. Yeah. Obviously, if there's like a demand zone here,
Yeah.
hit your demand zone, then you shouldn't, when it breaks your break of structure, you shouldn't trade this week. But then you've got some consolidation, liquidity. But just before it hits here, yeah, surely that this could be like create a order block here, right?
The overall trend was bearish.
Yeah.
So whenever there is a trend that is clearly telling you, okay, I'm bearish, you don't want to go ahead and look for a bullish bias unless you are counter trend trading. So this right here was a pro trend trade, which is why we wouldn't mark out a demand level to buy from. You see, overall, we were in an area of consolidation, generated equal highs. We had an early seller's trap, followed by a buyer's liquidity sweep, followed by another area of consolidation, followed by a SMC trap here, followed by a wick to the upside, tapped into our extreme zone that caused the BOS. The reason why I say be very picky with the times you're looking at the charts from is because if it's before your session, it's very easy for you to get swindled and trapped into a trade. And then you get stopped out of that trade because you understand it was just a build-up of liquidity. And then you're kicking yourself because you say to yourself, I don't trade at this time. Why did I trade at this time? I'd never trade at this time. Imagine you enter a trade at 7:25. 8 a.m. comes, there's a liquidity sweep that takes you out. You're gonna be annoyed because you don't trade that time usually. That's why I say only check the charts when you are preparing for your session. Don't wait like an hour before. Go there a certain amount of time before your session starts. Okay, be on the charts. 7 a.m. Check news for the day. When you made this list, what was it based on?
You know the thing.
Was he part of trading camp?
Yeah,
He wasn't it?
Yeah. So you know,
These are your notes from trading camp, yeah?
yeah. Got bare notes too.
Let me see your notes. Show me all your notes.
What else? Are you ready?
There's more.
Yeah, there's more. Literally, so that's episode 2, episode 3, like this from episode 2 as well. Episode 1, got bare notes, got too many notes.
These are the main two.
So literally, unintentional zone, movement.
Yeah.
I take bare notes because I'm more of
Okay.
a, I learn when I write down. So I
course.
just episode 1.
I can't do it first time. When I'm watching it first
I
time,
got to
I
watch.
don't take any notes.
Yeah,
I can't keep up. Especially
I'm a bit
guy's a robot.
dyslexic, so I have to read something or take it in multiple
Yeah.
times. And I even put like live subtitles on when I watched one of your videos, just to get it in.
Sick.
But yeah, so this is what you said on the boot camp, and then I basically just expanded on what you said here, in like just a little bit more detail.
But this right here. So look, the reason why I said it like this is because this is exactly what we need. So if you're saying go to the 1 hour file, see what price is doing, that's unnecessary because you get it's not there. Go to 15-minute time frame, identify target, imbalance zone, so on and so forth. I hear it, but don't just limit it to 15-minute time frame. Yeah, we never said that there. So if you're adding your own stuff to it, you're gonna get lost in the sauce. So just stick to that. Okay. Do you take notes for the last episode?
I got so many, bro.
So go on the step checklist.
I have it here, but it's all
Okay. This is what we need. This is literally the checklist that I put together for you, so that you can know how to catch the best possible trades and how to look at the chart at any single time when you open it.
Okay, so I get here.
Yep.
So let's say.
What's step 1 there?
Analyze high time frame.
What you want to understand is the order flow you're in. Right now, price is creating bearish order flow. So in this scenario here, you don't have to look back all this way.
Just
work with current price. You understand, okay, price is making lower highs and lower lows. Number 1, you've established that. Number 2, price broke structure to the downside. Now you ask yourself, are we in a retracement? Can we form a next leg, a continuation to the downside, yes or no?
Yeah, we can.
Why?
Because here, is it here with a bit of retracement here, and then maybe that's where it could form the new leg.
Why?
And they can,
why can it make the new leg here? So now what I want you to do, I want you to list all of the confluences as to why you believe price is going to create a new leg to the downside.
Because could it say broke structure here as well?
Okay, broke structure, good.
Anything else I'm missing?
There's a level of imbalance here from here to here.
Oh yeah, level of imbalance. So it needs to fall that
We are within a monthly level of supply from here to here. Okay, price is looking like it's respecting a monthly level of supply. Price is looking like it's going to fill this demand simply because of the continuation to the downside. Okay, price is going to create a new leg to the downside. However, because we are within this monthly range, if price taps into the monthly level of demand, we can now say to ourselves, we expect a reaction simply because it's on a monthly time frame. Why? Simply, same thing we spoke about the invalidation models. With the invalidation models here, if price taps into my demand, before tapping into my supply, I'm going to ignore the supply. However, price tapped into my supply first. So if price taps into this demand on a monthly, I understand, okay, I can get a reaction on a lower time frame. So now I drop. Let's go to the weekly. Okay, is there any levels here that we can potentially see a trade from?
mark out this one, so then maybe you can retrace up to there and take out that liquidity up there.
Potentially, but as of now, what we want to see is what?
Tap into the demand zone, right?
We're already within the demand zone right now. So look, it's mitigated this one. This one's already a mitigated zone. Okay? So you want to be crucial when it comes to your zones. Ask yourself, which zone has been mitigated and why should price come back to the same zone that's already mitigated? Okay, remember, a restricted trader is a profitable one. This was the low that led to that high that caused this BOS right here. Okay? So now we can mark out this level of demand as well, because price hadn't violated that just yet. It's still within the region of demand. Okay, now we drop to the daily. Once we drop to the daily, we can see, okay, what's price looking like? Interesting. This was the low that led to that high that causes BOS. Can we now refine our zones and find anything? Daily, now we're dropping. 4 hourly. What's the 4 hourly looking like? 1 hour. Okay, now can we see how we have more confluence now? We can see price, okay, had the impulse move. Asian low line below here.
Is impulse movers in like the expansion?
Yeah. Okay. And within this range here, we have an OB that price needs to come and fill. Below this, Asian low. Now we drop to the 30-minute. You clearly see what? 30-minute level of demand right here. Mark that out. Price to the right. Now you can delete the overall high time frame zone. Keep your charts clean. Always keep your charts clean. You can see now. Price tapped to the 30-minute level of demand. Can price ages. Yeah, it took a while. Now we drop to the 1 minute. What window are we in? Okay, we are within our window. Price looks like it's coming to tap in. Okay, there is a 5-minute level that I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for a sweep of this level. 5-minute zone. Yep, because there is a 5-minute level of imbalance below that. Oh yeah, if you look on mine, look on mine. You can see. If you're looking at price action on a 4-hour time frame, the 1 minute will tell you exactly where it wants to go. It will tell you when to get in. Some people, they just look at a 4-hour time frame, a 15-minute time frame, they stick to that, which can work for them, there's nothing wrong with it. But if we're trying to gain the maximum RR, we have to look at a 1 minute, because the 1 minute is going to show us the footprints of where price wants to go. Early. Yeah, of course. I always scale back out. So I'll drop to the 1 minute sometimes, and then sometimes I'll go to 15 or the 30 minute, see where I am, again, just to remind myself of where I am. Because sometimes you can get lost in the sauce.
That's what I'm.
You see, so you use the 1 minute for your entries, use the 1 minute for your liquidity sweeps, so on and so forth, but you never get lost in the 1 minute. You always have to understand the bigger picture, which is what? The high time frame.
As in if.
Yeah, because remember, there's pro trend and there's counter trend.
Yeah.
When you're taking a counter trend trade, absolutely you can buy it up until the pro trend probable zone, which in this scenario is what? The supply level.
So you don't always wait for the whole retracement stuff. You catch that as well.
You can catch the retracement, of course. That's our aim.
Yeah.
If you're waiting for retracements all day, you can be waiting around for a very long time. Of course, patience is a huge part of trading, but take it with a pinch of salt, because some people, they become over patient and they miss moves, because then they try and justify it. How many people do you know that see a setup and they say, yeah, I was waiting for confirmation? Confirmation happened a long time ago. You were just scared to enter the trade.
And you know the complex pullback, could that interfere with the retracement entrance? Or am I just bugging out?
No, so that's what I'm trying to say. So when, say for example, we're bearish and we want to catch the retracement and price is forming all this liquidity, our aim is to catch that complex pullback, to buy through the complex pullback, to capitalize on that whole move.
And what would you enter off? Would you enter off like a order?
The same thing we always enter from. Same setup. Not every single move is a move.
We've got like a clear break of structure, breaking that.
Perfect. So now you know you can. It's more confidence for your extreme. Potentially. Yes, brother.
Potentially.
We have Asim here, the Yarimi University final boss. We set out a challenge. We said anyone who can get a 30k payout, total 30k payout by June, Abu Dhabi trip, mega mansion, and how far away are you, bro? 10k left.
Really and truly, if I wanted to, meaning put in the 1%, right now I'm being a bit more conservative, but if I wanted to put in 1%, I could probably do that with this trade.
How long has it been? Since 2024?
It's been a month, yeah. Coming up to second month now. But really and truly, all this happened since weekend. So, a week and a half?
This guy's mocking it. This guy's mocking it. He's mocking it. He's mocking it. He's mocking it. He's mocking it.
For example, if I got in at this point here, yeah? Yeah. And it tapped into a little order block there, that's trending up, what would you do? Would you just close it off or would you just wait?
So what do we know about trend lines?
Liquidity.
So if something is forming a trend line, should we be fearful or should we use it as an extra confluence as to why we believe our bias is now stronger?
Yeah, I see what you're saying, yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
In this scenario here, just because I'm in sales and trend line liquidity is forming, it doesn't mean I should be panicked out of my entry. Okay, this means I can now go ahead, as you can see on the screen, mark it out, touch the limit, trend line liquidity, and then I wait for it to get taken out. If I'm wrong and my stop loss gets hit, no problem. Yeah. But my bias is bearish right now. So whenever I see bullish signs, I just use it as extra confluence that this is going to be liquidity and it will get taken out later.
Yeah, okay.
You see?
So on a higher time frame, you can see it wicking to the upside. You can just see it wicking.
Yeah, exactly. I just
say wicking.
Not see it wicking to that. So right now, it's just building liquidity. The lows once, twice, 3 times. I see it potentially later on coming out to take out those lows. Right now, it looks like it's filling some sort of an imbalance. So I'm just waiting for a next leg to the downside, and let's see what happens. Okay, take a look at the trend line tool. Internally, that was indicating signs of bullish momentum. So now, but we know, we read the weekly. Weekly we are bearish, right? So in this scenario here, now we're using it as a confluence, and it's going to get taken out. It's going to get taken out, yeah. So mark out the trend line tool, hold shift. So what area are we in right now?
Discount.
Perfect. Why? Get your rectangle tool.
I'm in major drawdown. So
He wants to get out.
How major are we talking?
as in I was 94k on 100k cows. Now I'm 96.
Close the whole trade.
Close the whole trade.
You came from 94, bro. Remember where you came from?
Should I close the whole trade?
Close the whole trade. Why are you trying to TP at mad levels? Get yourself back in the game. You're not in the game right now. You're on the bench. When you're back on 100k, you're in the game. You know what I mean?
This was yesterday usually.
Okay, the reason why you have analysis paralysis is because there's so much on your chart. Delete everything on your chart.
obviously you selling, so you're overall nursing for it to be very.
Okay, and now just go back to that 1 minute. Get your vertical line tool and put it from the start of your session. Is it just that? Is it just that alone? Yes. Where was the liquidity sweep?
March I'm good.
No. You're trying to sell, right? So why would that be a liquidity sweep if you're looking for sales? Yes. You mark out the structural point that you're waiting to get breached. Where is the structural point that you're waiting for a breach? No, you can, but that's the confirmation entry. Yep. Yep. Yeah? No worries, bro. But you need help with anything, bro?
Yeah.
Unintentional.
Okay, and then the sweep down.
Yep.
And then, yeah, okay.
Followed by the retracement, entry. Yeah?
Thank you.
Yes, lads. Anyone need any help? Yes, bro. Yeah. I'm coming to you. Give me 1 sec. Why are you waiting for that to be swept? So remember, as traders, guys, whenever you say something, you have to know why. You can't just say random stuff. So that's why I always ask why. Why? I want you to tell me what's your reasoning behind it. So why are you waiting for that to get swept? So if that's a break of structure there, shouldn't that mean price is bullish? So why are you waiting for that low to get swept? You see? Just POY, entry. 4 steps, that's all you need. Nothing else. TP target, go on high time frame, identify TP target. Or if price taps into that zone, you can now, if this low still maintains, you can use an entry from here to TP at that low. Does that make sense, yeah? Yes, bro.
For example, it's a GU, yeah? So if I was looking at this in the morning, obviously my entry would have been there.
Where?
Here, yeah?
Yeah.
This just here.
Yes, okay, yeah.
So let's just say, for example, and I had an appointment in the morning, but I come back like, do you know what, I'm looking at the charts, see if I can find any opportunities. How would you now play this? Would there be even an opportunity there?
What time you come back on the chart?
Let's say, I don't know, 10 o'clock.
Okay, so you got an hour left. I say to myself, if an opportunity presents itself within this hour, I'll take the trade. If it does, I'm not taking it. Because then it's a London, New York switchover, which is a lot of liquidity traps happen within our region.
Right,
okay. One advice I'll give you though is to remove everything from your charts. Because, look, whenever you're trading, you want to have a clear mind, and sometimes when you have an overload of information on your charts, it looks too messy. You think you need more information to tell you. But really and truly, the simpler the charts, the better the analysis, the more sniper the entries will be. So I would advise you, remove all your drawings. Right click, remove everything. It seems like it's a lot of work, trust me, but I'm doing you a big favor here, trust me. Just unintentional move to the upside.
Yes.
Followed by a, sorry. So as you can see, guys, we are still in GBP USD, currently approaching TP levels. Got to be a bit more patient. Price is currently around 4 pips away from take profit. So let's take a look at what happens here. And yeah, we're still in this trade, floating around 22.5k in profit. Everybody here witnessed when price was forming a bullish trend line. Price was retracing on me. Price was going against me, but you have to stick to your analysis and trust your analysis. Price hasn't hit TP yet, so we don't get ahead of ourselves. So we just wait for price to approach our TP zone and see what happens from there.
I've got that old bit just in my head.
That transitional period is very difficult, and for me it was the same in the beginning, I'll be honest. Like I was trying to combine, and this is normal, I was trying to combine everything that I've learned from before, and I used to think the more information the better.
Yeah.
If I've learned a bit from there, I put all this together, that's it. This is all I was missing. When the reality is, you need less noise.
Yeah, I think the more I've learned, I haven't got worse at trading because I'm still good, but I'm now in a funded, and I'm been going back and forward, but break even, 4%, break even, 2%, 3%. Because whereas before I could pass in a week. Yeah. It's like now I feel like I know too much. And it's sort of
it's the analysis paralysis situation. Like if you're trading a strategy, trade that strategy, nothing else. Don't combine anything else to it. And that's exactly why I made that checklist in trading camp.
Yeah.
To simplify things, because some people add their own stuff in a checklist.
Yeah.
There's no need to add your own stuff in a checklist, because that checklist is not created by me. That checklist is what happens in the markets. It's actually what happens in the markets, you know?
Yeah.
I think it was a 6-step checklist? 5-step?
Yeah, I screenshotted it.
That one.
It's because obviously I tried to incorporate fundamentals as well and things like that, but obviously maybe that's too
you're
much.
you're heavily indulged in what you used to do.
Yeah.
You can't combine the two.
So I got to commit to one.
Yeah, that's it. I'm telling you,
Your
trust me. Even if it's not mine, but you have to commit to one. Like if there's one methodology, you've got to commit to that one methodology and not deviate from it.
Rather than like, oh, I've got a bit of
this, bit of that, bit of this. Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Maybe you can use for like retracements only.
I only took it from the Asia low. Oh.
That's very, very, very good analysis, I'll be honest. Very, very good analysis, man. You got the timings on point. You understood your liquidity sweep on point. You understood what your bias for the day was.
Yeah.
You understood the unintentional movement and where you're not going to enter from.
Yeah.
You saw an imbalance, but you was critical and you analyzed again to say to yourself, okay, what's more probable, this imbalance or this level of supply? You utilized your fib to give you that further confluence to understand where price could potentially retrace from, and it went all the way to your TP.
Yeah.
Perfect. I would not change anything, I'll be honest. Yeah, very good, well done, man. Days we're going to issue some of our troops to step into the UK, and Putin comes online and he says, that's it, we're starting the war in 30 days. The pound is going to melt, simply because it's a time of uncertainty.
See what London opens.
You see where the wick is, that left-hand side, that just here, that supply zone. Just mark out a liquidity sweep. Let's see if it will take it out.
That's not relevant right now.
Play out to late.
Guys, follow the steps. What are the steps that we talk?
Okay.
Don't just freestyle, guys. What trades did we catch, guys?
1 to 4.5.
1 to 4.5?
Yeah. So as a team, like, the guys just worked out that this whole space needed to be cleared, and I didn't even notice that, so it was a good learning point as well.
So you guys are up at what, 1 to 4?
Yeah, 1 to 4.
What's the situation over there, man?
It was supposed to be 1 to 5, but we didn't take any partials.
It's supposed to talk, man. Supposed to doesn't pay the bills. Team A versus Team B. Team B are up 4% so far. Team A, they give me the shoulda, coulda, woulda talk, man. Shoulda, coulda, woulda doesn't pay the bills. I've been telling them. Team B are getting demolished. Team A for the win.
First payout has been surreal, honestly, man. It was really good to get my first payout, and it's basically, hopefully, from here, there's going to be a lot more payouts. It showed me the way to tackle the markets, basically. They're very professional, very helpful, very, basically, community related. Everyone's there for each other, basically, which is amazing to see. I mean, it's hard, basically.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Hey, my brother, that's what I said, man.
I'm not sure. I've tried that boat, you know. I don't feel too. You know about that boat?
Yeah. Thank you, bro.
Just need to find the way. The knife, you're good.
What's this?
It's hard. Everything is hard.
Okay. Yes, my brother, man. What's this one here?
Hard. Thank you, hard.
Thank you very much. Last time I got to primary school, man. Well, happy birthday, one.
We're back to school there.
Hey, my guy, man. Look at this, guys. I just want to start off with thanking you for the knowledge within this Yarimi University and how you helped me to change my life around. Not that I was in a bad place, but for giving me the opportunity to aim for lofty goals and dreams I always wanted to fulfill, but didn't know which vehicle to take me there. But I found Yarimi University, and as they say, the rest is history. Yarimi Uni to the moon and back from MCE, my brother. Appreciate it, man. Wallahi, my guy. Thank you so much, bro, man. That means a lot. Thank you, Allah. It's very thoughtful of you, my guy, man. My brother, man. This right here, the Yarimi University godfather. You get me? If you don't see me in a Zoom call, something's wrong. Something's wrong. Confirmation. Okay, 6.8 pips, not too bad, but personally I want a better risk to reward, so what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to set my alert from here. I'm going to wait for confirmation on the 1 minute. Is there any trades anybody's taken that they want to go through session for session? We take it as it comes. Okay, you guys can start.
Start, yeah?
Yep, you guys can start. If you start in 1 minute, you can, but it won't let you go all the way back.
I'm from Brussels, Belgium. Meeting the man in person is a good experience, can't lie. And we went through what we went through in the boot camp again, and really, like, if I came from Brussels to here, like, it means a lot to me, can't lie. So yeah, really helpful. Like, the boot camp was already helpful, but being explained it to in real life is something else as well. Always grateful to Yarimi. Yarimi University, c'est la frappe atomique. Perso, meilleur cours en ligne. vraiment, les gars, meilleur cours en ligne, j'en ai fait quelques-uns, rien n'arrive à ce niveau. Absolument rien. Voilà.
I'm from Dublin, Ireland. I came today because of Yarimi for his one-on-ones with the group sessions actually, and I joined the course just at the start of December, I believe. And shortly after that, he released the boot camp, and ever since the boot camp, because before the boot camp, I'll just give you a backstory. I was in drawdown in my funded account. I think it was over 5%. And the second day through boot camp, I've something clicked, and the strategy that he showed us and the way how he explained the market, the price action, it was very easy to understand, and it brought me up to break even. So this week, hopefully, I can manage to pull out a few profits from the market, and next week I can get a withdraw.
Why? Because prices are very low. So this is a prime example. People would think this is a premium. I really wouldn't think this is a premium, although it's tapped into an imbalance, okay? Although it's tapped into an imbalance. And to be fair, you could have an entry here. If you have an entry from the imbalance with your stop loss above the overall zone, you'll be protected from this trade. However, if you really want to get that sniper entry of a trade, what you can go ahead and do is you can go ahead and mark out the decisional zone that caused the BOS and expect price to retrace back from there, you to enter a sell from. So let's drop back to that 1 minute now and go from that 8 a.m. region that we spoke about.
The course is very beneficial, very clear. I have ADHD, so I don't understand when I get tons of information all in one go. The course is really clear, videos are clear, and Yarimi goes over everything. Just do it.
The point that I want to take from that is, when she's trading, she understands where she's going, the journey she's heading towards. When we're trading, we might not understand that journey. All we see is numbers on the screen. You're not thinking of, let me help my mum. You're not thinking of, let me help my parents. You're not thinking of, let me help my siblings. You're not thinking of, let me move away to an environment that's better for me. You're not thinking of, let me move out of this council estate. You're not thinking of, let me get my first property. You're not thinking of, let me put this money aside. Okay, I've made a 40k, 30k withdrawal. What I want to do now is I want to put this money aside, set up a standing order that pays me 2k every single month, £500 a week, so that I can think freely and trade freely. The first withdrawal is going towards taking care of my family, this, that and the other, and the rest of it is going to set up a standing order so that I get paid, so that I don't have to work a 9 to 5 and I can just focus on my trading. Purpose driven. And just off of the back of that, I'll be honest, when I was early on in my journey of being profitable, sometimes I'll be up like 7k and I'll show my mum just to kind of give her some hope, you know. But then price would retrace and stop me out. And she would say, you was just up 7k. Like, don't you know where you came from? Like, why don't you respect that? Like, forget, that's 7k. Do you know what that could have done? This is early on, you know, early on. Remember, I mention this story all the time. I used to be up 10k without fail I was trading 1 minute charts. Sometimes we don't want to show people our profits as well. Simply, like my siblings, if I'm at home and they're floating, they don't like to be around me because I'm making them close that trade. Like, I walked into my house, my little brother, I have 4 siblings that trade, so my older sister, one of my older brothers, and my 2 younger brothers. So I come into the house, my little brother goes to me, check his phone. And the other one, he's very quiet, he's an introvert. The one I bought on stage. I don't know why he grabbed the mic, he said he'd read me University to the world and back. That's out of character, he would never do that. I don't know where he got that from, that's not in his nature, yeah? So he's just a super introvert, nothing like me, yeah? He's just quiet there on his phone. I don't know what he's doing, but he's just there. You would never know if he's in profit or drop, you never know. He's just there. So my little brother snitches, he goes, ask him to see his phone. So I go to him, like, let me see your phone. Then he starts smiling. I look at it, the guy's up like 8k. He's up 8k. I look at him, I say, what are you gonna do with this? He goes, yeah, it still hasn't hit TP. I said, close that trade right now. I said, trust me. You're gonna thank me. Close the trade, get a payout. I told him, have you ever made 8k in a day? I said, have you ever made 4k in a day? No. Why are you letting this float?
Life changing. It's a journey, it's a process, but hopefully you'll get it, you'll make it.
Have you seen students get paid?
Here? Of course, yeah. Oh my God, 8K, 10K, 20K. And that's how I know it's possible. Because Yarimi, that's my mentor. What?
It's unreal, the profits you can make, yeah? As crazy as it is, you have to get real with the real world. It's a cost of living situation, there's a crisis. We can't afford food at home, this certain that, Till this day, I'll be honest with you, till this day, there's certain things that are still instilled in me that I just can't break out of. It's just who I am, innit? I can't force it. Like, I'll be in Asda, I'll see Cocoa Pops, I'll buy Cocoa Rice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just what I know, like.
So Yarimi University has literally changed my life. Just to give you an example, in the last 2 weeks, I've made a payout of 18K, which has never happened before. So.